Welcome everybody back to the Big Three Breakdowns. I'm your host Pulse Metrics,
And I'm Nico Mateo.
and this is our podcast. As you all know, so obviously today we last video or episode we covered all of the games that happened in Week 1, and it's nice to see you guys' love in the comments. We deeply appreciate it. Um, but today we got our predictions for this past week. But real quick, what I wanted to ask Nico real quick, what just we never fully got to talk about the Eagles and Cowboys game all that much because we were focused on, doing the other games and stuff like that. So what is your full take on this game in general?
I think it was a very. I'll just start with this. I feel like people are knocking down AJ Brown and the Eagles offense a little bit too much because of our passing limitations that game.
Yeah.
I mean, I get it. AJ Brown only had one catch, but
But he also only
but
had one target.
yeah, with one target, but also, if my sources are correct, that was the first time AJ Brown has went full speed with the starting lineup because I'm pretty sure he's still dealing with hamstring issues.
He was still dealing with the hamstring issues. In my opinion, he shouldn't have even played the game.
100% agreed. I think I'm gonna be honest. I think Darius Cooper should have started the game with alongside Devontae Smith. I would have sat out AJ Brown.
Yeah, sat out AJ Brown, so you gotta let the guy fully heal. First of
Yeah,
all.
but I mean, I am more concerned about the target limitations that Devontae Smith had than AJ Brown.
Yeah, because Devontae Smith actually was fully healthy.
Yeah, but I mean, the, the Cowboys' running game would not have been that like they weren't absolutely off the charts amazing, but Javonte Williams would not have scored two touchdowns if Jalen Carter was still playing.
I've mentioned this multiple times. Had Jalen Carter been in, the Cowboys wouldn't even gotten a single touchdown. That's the thing.
I wouldn't go that far. I think they definitely would have passed the ball more, but I would say this: if Jalen Carter did not get suspended, if Jalen Carter did not spit on Dak Prescott after Dak Prescott spit at him, Jalen Carter would have had a multi-stat game. He was going to be out for blood that game.
Oh yeah, dude. If I just really think about it, what were our leaders doing? Like Zach Bond, is the Zach Bond, Reed Blankenship. You guys are the two team captains of the defense. What are we doing? Why did anybody allow Jalen Carter to get that close to Dak even in the first place?
Well, I mean, it was kind of on Jalen Carter because he did do that in front of an NFL official, which it was a very stupid mistake by him.
Yeah, he's too important to this defense. If not the most important part of this defense. He's the best defensive tackle in the league. He is one of the most disruptive players in the league. And I'm using that very loosely, best defensive tackle, because you got a bunch of guys. You got Dexter Lawrence, you got Chris Jones, all of those guys. But I just feel like out of that group, Jalen Carter is the most disruptive. I'm sure you could agree with that.
I can 100% agree with that. He might not be the most disruptive in the league, but he's definitely up there.
Yeah. And another question I have regarding this game, this upcoming game, what are some things that you think the Eagles need to do in order to stop this Kansas City team?
I think for us to, I mean, they're missing their number one and number two receivers in Xavier Worthy and Rashid Rice. So, I mean, they do have Hollywood Brown, who he's okay. Nothing really special outside of his speed.
Speed.
But
Yeah.
I mean, I know Travis Kelsey's just been going down and down, but Travis Kelsey's still Travis Kelsey. He's still a top tight end in the league.
He still tried to do something. He got me a touchdown in fantasy. Um,
But I think the main thing that the Eagles should focus on is defensive wise is just putting pressure on Mahomes.
yeah, because we saw what happened. I mean, clearly during that Chargers game in Brazil, there was a lot of pressure on Mahomes the entire night. The offensive line was just not very good. But just my take on the Chiefs in general, you look at their team, you look at what's been going on this offseason. It's just a mess, dude. Even when they had a full healthy roster, just it was not looking good. They were not looking good in training camp. You know, Travis Kelsey. You know, you have him yelling at Jawan Taylor. You got the defense yelling at each other. Just a bunch of arguments. You know, I heard there hasn't been as good of a relationship between Andy Reid and Patrick Mahomes. All of that stuff. So if you look at the actual franchise, like just the the culture in the franchise, what's going on in the locker rooms, in training camps, it's just not looking good for Kansas City this year.
Yeah, I think last year was Kansas City's last chance to make it to a Super Bowl. I mean, just basing it off of what's going on off the field, the Chiefs. I don't think they're winning the division.
I think it's going to be the Chargers,
I think it's gonna be the Broncos.
the Broncos. Um, mine Broncos, like going over that Broncos. Let's talk about them for a second. Let's talk about Bo Nix, how terrible he was. The only reason that the Broncos won that game was because the Titans receivers can't catch.
Well, I mean, it is also week one. I'm not. Again, I think I've said this multiple times. I'm not judging any players until later in the
Yeah,
season.
I'm not judging the entire team, their entire offense, what I think they're gonna be. I'm just judging off of what I saw that game. And what I
Yeah,
saw were absolutely pathetic, inexcusable, mind numbing drops from guys like Calvin Ridley and company.
yeah, but I feel like the main takeaway from the Broncos was their off-season additions.
Yeah.
I mean, they added J.K. Dobbins, they added Dre Greenlaw, Ufanga, the safety from San Francisco,
Yeah.
and am I missing anybody?
I think you're good. I mean, Charvarius Ward went to the Colts. They got a bunch of their other guys to go to the Colts mainly. It was mainly the horse teams that they were trading them to.
Oh, was Evan Ingram on the Broncos last year?
He went to the Broncos.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, yeah. I don't know. I think the Chargers look too good right now. Omarion Hampton still looked good. He didn't look great, but he looked good. He looked good enough. That's what I will say.
Yeah, but I feel like it's enough with the small talk. I think we should get on with our week two predictions.
Get down to our week two predictions. As of the time recording this, the Commanders are right now losing to the Packers 17-3.
Okay, so far it's looking like I'm gonna be 1-0.
Yeah, same with me. I mean, I picked the Packers obviously to win this game. Um, what
Yeah.
about the Giants at the Cowboys? What do you think of that game?
Ooh. I think that's gonna be a closer game than people are expecting.
But I am gonna, as much as it pains me to say, I think I'm gonna go ahead and pick the Cowboys.
Yeah, I agree with you. I mean, I don't like any of the teams, but I do think the Cowboys are gonna win because they're at home. And I just think Dak Prescott and CeeDee Lamb have the talent to pick apart that Giants secondary.
Yeah, I can't imagine what happened with CD Lamb this past game will happen again.
Yeah.
Um, I obviously, if any of you know, if any of you guys watch my channel, I dropped my week two predictions on the main channel. Go check that out. Link is in the description below. But my picks have not changed. We next up we have the Seahawks at the Steelers.
I want to hear your pick on this before mine because I have a feeling we're going to have mixed opinions on this game.
Yeah, shockingly, I'm picking the Seahawks to win this game.
Oh, we don't.
Yeah, like, dude, I mean, I don't think the Seahawks looked bad by any means. If anything, I think they looked good. I mean, but just, I don't know, their offense, their offensive line was just awful. And
Yeah.
I can't really imagine what Rodgers did this past game will happen again. I mean, I think that was kind of a fluke a little bit.
Yeah, and I have a lot of faith in the Seattle Seahawks this year. I have them winning the division, which is probably my biggest hot take of the season. But
Yeah,
I mean, if Sam Darnold can have a season like he had last year, I think Seahawks might have just found their quarterback for the next 4 or 5 years.
yeah. And Sam Darnold's only 27, 28. Like, he's still in his prime years.
Yeah, and the Falcons arguably have one of the top cornerback duos in the league, and Tariq Woolen and Devin Witherspoon, and they also arguably have a top five running back duo in Zach Charbonnet and Kenneth Walker.
Yeah, I will say, though, Kenneth Walker looked awful.
Yeah, but
I know
I
that
mean,
because I had the guy in fantasy. Nice. Next game we got the Rams at the Titans. Plain and simple. The Rams are winning this game.
yeah, I mean,
Dude, I feel so bad for Cam Ward.
yeah, he's in a horrible situation
Dude,
with.
I watched the guy play, dude. Cam Ward is amazing, but just his team just sucks.
Yeah, they have no receivers. I mean, Calvin Ridley's all right, but I mean, I can't name you another pass catcher after him.
Tyler Lockett, like grandfather Tyler Lockett.
Yeah, I mean, they have a good running back, but I mean, a good running and Tony Pollard, but I mean, I don't think Derrick Henry or Saquon Barkley could do anything behind this Titans offensive line.
Yeah, this offensive line's awful.
Yeah.
So Jeremiah Smith, Ryan Williams, start shopping for houses in Tennessee because you better get there. Um, we got the Bills at the Jets next.
I think this one's also self-explanatory. I mean, week one, that Bills game, they're coming they're coming off of probably one of the games of the year candidates. I mean, they're Josh Allen's gonna come out firing. I think he's gonna pass for more yards than he did last game.
And I think the Bill. You think the Bills are winning this game?
I think the Bills are gonna blow the Jets out of the water.
Yeah, I don't know what there is to say. I mean, that may have been the best game that Josh Allen has ever played,
Yeah, 100%
or
agree.
at least one of.
Yeah.
I mean, I remember he played pretty good against us in 2023, where he passed with 300 yards, 2 touchdowns, ran for 80 yards, 2 more touchdowns, but they lost the game. In this case, they actually won.
Yeah.
Next game we have the Patriots at the Dolphins. I'm picking the Patriots, dude.
Yeah, I'm taking the Patriots. The Dolphins look horrible.
Dude, the Dolphins suck. Mike McDaniel is an idiot. Call me crazy, call me in the comments, yell at me all you want. The Mike McDaniel is a tin head.
I mean, I'm not really gonna get much into that, but that whole entire Dolphins team just looked horrible.
Tyreek Hill is gonna request a trade by week 5. We all know that.
Yeah, and I mean, your quarterback situation is bad when you bench your starter for Zach Wilson.
Mm, of course. Good old Zach Wilson. Yikes. Now this is an interesting one. Next up, we got the Jaguars at the Bengals.
I mean, I don't think the Jaguars have the defense to stop the Bengals offense.
Yeah, I think the Bengals struggling this past game was a fluke because, I mean, the Bengals did this last year. Their offense struggled week 1 last year.
Hmm.
So I think they'll get the win here pretty handily.
Yeah, but I mean, the Jaguars looked pretty good week one.
Yeah, like don't sleep on the Jaguars this year. Jaguars actually could win the division.
Not over the Texans.
No, I'm out on the Texans, honestly. I feel like the Texans, I mean, CJ Stroud is a great quarterback. Just the front office failed him.
Yeah, but I mean, I could see them maybe. I mean, I don't think it's like a really high percent chance of happening, but I can maybe see them have being a sneaky wild card team.
Who, Jaguars?
Mhm.
Yeah, I 100% agree with that. But they're not going to win this week. I'm picking the Bills. I mean,
I mean,
Bengals.
Bengals.
Excuse me.
Yeah, I'm also picking Bengals.
All right, next up, we got the 49ers at the Saints. And we also have some breaking news. Brock Purdy is out for 2 to 5 weeks with turf toe.
I'm still picking the 49ers.
Yeah. Actually, wait, no, never mind. I think I picked the Saints for this game. Call
I mean,
me.
like, I mean, I get it. They're missing Purdy and Kittle
And Brandon Ayuk. And
and
Jawan
Brandon.
Jennings.
But I mean, as long as CMC doesn't get injured, he will rush for at least 150 yards this game
Yeah, it's funny because
and
literally they're gonna
probably
have Mac
receive
Jones
for
as
over
they're gonna
50.
have Mac Jones as their quarterback and no receivers other than Ricky Pearsall.
Yeah. And CMC will probably get 50 plus receiving yards,
Yeah.
and he's going to have multiple touchdowns. I mean, I think CMC might be one of my picks for player of the week.
Yeah, dude, CMC. I mean, CMC looked good against the Seahawks last week.
Yeah.
Um, Now we got the Browns at the Ravens. Rest in peace, Browns.
Ravens
Uh,
might win this game by over 30.
yeah, the Ravens might drop 50. I'm not even kidding.
I mean, if they can drop 40 on the Bills, they could definitely drop 50 on the Browns.
Maybe even more.
Yeah.
All right, we're getting a little lost in the sauce. The Bears at the Lions. This is a tough one.
I mean, I still think it's gonna be Lions just with the home field advantage and all that, and they're just light years ahead of the Bears in like overall talented roster.
Yeah, but why did they show that this past week?
I mean, that was also their first game with the two new offensive coordinators.
Yeah, so I mean, we should give them a little bit more time. I still think the Lions will win this game, but it will be close. It'll be a close
Yeah,
one.
it's gonna take a few weeks for the Lions to start getting like up to speed with the new coordinators.
I agree. Caleb Williams just looked like a whole new quarterback. He looked
Yeah.
more comfortable in the pocket. He looked like he made better decisions and everything. It just we saw the stats clearly proved it. Now we got the Broncos at the Colts.
Ooh. This I think this is gonna be a pretty good game.
I'm still taking the Broncos though. I mean that game was a fluke for Daniel
Daniel Jones.
Jones.
I mean, yeah, I'm still taking the Broncos, but I feel like the Colts could put up a half decent fight.
Well, yeah, maybe Daniel Jones will throw a touchdown, but he's gonna throw a lot of picks this game.
Yeah.
I mean, they put up 33 points on the Dolphins defense. Like that's
Mm.
why I keep trying to say the Dolphins defense. Like that's not a very high bar to achieve. Um, Next up we got the Panthers at the Cardinals.
Yeah, I'm picking the upset. I'm going Panthers.
You going Panthers? Yeah, I mean Cardinals. I'm gonna pick the Cardinals, but it's a little concerning to me how they barely beat the Saints.
Yeah, I mean, I've been out on Kyler Murray for at least over a
We
year
both
now.
have. Like
Yeah.
honestly, everyone has. Mister Rogers would be out on Kyler Murray.
Yeah, and I mean, outside of Marvin Harrison Jr. and James, like, I get it. They have Marvin Harrison Jr. and Trey McBride with James Conner, but I mean, I don't really think Kyler Murray's really going to do much. I don't think he's anything really special. I mean, there's really nothing that wows me about Kyler Murray anymore.
Nothing really. I mean, he may be a little flashy. He may be very quick, but it's just his running ability is not nearly as good as it used to be.
Yeah, I think those injuries really was a major setback in his career.
I mean, his best rushing season, he ran for over 800 yards.
Yeah.
But now the dude's just not running the ball, like, at all. He's always looking to pass it. I mean, and the dude has never been the best passer ever. Like, he just puts up the same numbers every year, like right around 3,700, 800 yards, right around 21 touchdowns and like 11 picks. Just the
Hmm.
same numbers every single year. He's just consistently good at being mid. That's what I will say. Next up, we got the Eagles at the Chiefs.
I'm taking Eagles here.
Yeah, I'm taking the Eagles to win this.
And like all biasy aside, I'm this is like my completely 100% unbiased opinion. I think losing Rasheed Rice and Xavier Worthy was a huge loss for them.
Yes. And especially with us getting Jalen Carter back, they're not going to be able to run the ball. Like right now, the Chiefs, they literally don't have an offense.
Yeah, they're not going to be able to run the ball on Jalen Carter and Jordan Davis. Who Jordan Davis, I just like to point out, was an absolute monster week one.
I do expect there to be a lot of sacks this game for the Eagles.
Hmm.
Because Jalen Carter and Jordan Davis are going to be taking up a lot of O linemen in the middle, which leaves like Nolan Smith, Jalen Hunt, and Jihad Campbell 1-on-1 with the other tackles, which will allow them to get a lot more sacks. And if you guys know, you know what happened last time.
Yeah, and I mean, I just pointed out they're not going to be able to run the ball, but I mean, with losing your top two receivers and going against Cooper DeJean, Quinyon Mitchell, Reed Blankenship, and Zach Bond over the middle, they're not going to be able to pass the ball either.
Yeah, I mean if Travis Kelsey can barely get those yards against the Chargers defense, I can only imagine what we're gonna do to them. I mean, just the Chiefs do not look like a good football team right now. They really don't.
I mean, like, once again, I know I've said this a, I know I've said this a lot, but you can't judge a team based off of a week one performance.
You cannot. But as I mentioned earlier this episode, the Chiefs not only playing wise do they have problems,
They also
but
have problems off the field in the
off the
locker room.
field and just attitude, cultural problems they've had they've had them the entire offseason, and you could clearly have noticed that Chargers game. It was spilling out on the field.
Hmm.
So for those reasons, we're gonna pick the Eagles pretty handily to beat the Kansas City Chiefs. Next up, we got the Falcons at the Vikings. Whew, this is gonna be a good game.
I want to hear your takes. I think we will have different opinions on this.
Honestly, no. Honestly, call me crazy. I'm picking the Falcons to win this game.
I'm not calling you crazy because I had the same pick.
Dude, Michael Penix Jr. looked great. He really did.
Yeah, I know. You made a very formal apology last episode
Yeah,
for Michael
brought
Penix.
out the suit and everything. Go check out that episode if you haven't. Oh, by the way, just for a little advertisement for our episodes. If you haven't seen our last episode, you are in the wrong place. Go watch that first and then come back to this one. Yeah, Michael Penix. I will say he looked really good. Passed for almost 300 yards. Even ran for a touchdown as well. Was not too accurate, but that can be fixed.
Hmm.
I have no reason to believe that he's going to regress against the Vikings defense.
Yeah, but I mean, I feel like Bijan Robinson also showed some amazing flashes
Yeah.
this game. I mean, his first play of the season was a 50-yard receiving touchdown.
Yeah, I mean, Bijan Robinson will be the deciding factor in this game.
Yeah.
And
And Bijan Robinson is also the key component of that offense.
yeah, just like, but, you cannot write the Vikings off. Because the
I
Vikings, this is going to be a very, very high scoring game.
I agree with you because I mean, their two defenses. I mean, they're not bad, but they're not absolutely outstanding.
Yeah. I expect Jets to have over 100 yards this game, no doubt.
Mm, I'll say this. I don't think the Vikings have yeah, I don't think the Vikings have the defense to stop Bijan, but I also don't think the Falcons have the defense to stop Jefferson.
Yes. Or or Hawkinson, to be real. But just wait until Jordan Addison comes back.
Yeah, once Jordan Addison comes back, that might take a little bit of pressure off of Justin Jefferson being their only wide receiver target.
And for a guy who got only 4 targets versus the Bears, Justin Jefferson was still able to haul in a touchdown pass, and he just looked very flashy. He looked pretty good.
Yeah.
But it all came later in the game. Next up, we got the Buccaneers at the Texans.
I think I have to go Buccaneers here.
Yeah, dude, I gotta go Buccaneers. Baker Mayfield wasn't accurate, but other than that, he was unbelievable versus the Falcons.
Yeah, I mean, I think Baker Mayfield is an underrated quarterback. He's one of the best passers in the game, and you pair him up with Emeka Egbuka and Mike Evans, and when Chris Godwin comes back, that's an amazing that's an amazing like what's the word I'm looking for?
Combo or
The,
duo.
yeah, that's like an amazing combo, and I really think Mike Evans complements Baker Mayfield very well.
Now this last game clearly proved it. He was lights out. I just think the Texans, man, like, at the end of the day, they're just bad. Like, honestly, their team is just dead right now. Like, there's no life. That
Mhm.
offensive line, even though they only had 3 sacks on Stroud, he was under pressure all game. It was honestly was kind of sad to see.
Mhm.
Um, like there was so much promise with this Texans team going into last season, and now you look at where they are right now. It's just sad.
Yeah.
Um, Finally, we got Monday Night Football, which is the Chargers at the Raiders.
Oh. I think this is gonna be a good game. I am going to pick the Chargers to win this, but
I
I'm
100%
only
agree.
saying that because I mean I think Bauer is gonna have an outstanding game. I also think Ashton Genty's gonna have amazing game. I just don't think that the Raiders have the defense to be able to contain Justin Herbert.
No, they do not. And plus, Brock Bowers was one of the best AFC offensive players last week. You know, he was just the same old Brock Bowers, which is hauling in 5 receptions for over 100 yards.
Yeah, and for a tight end, 5 receptions for over 100 yards is exceptional.
Everyone's thinking like he may have a sophomore slump, which no, that will not happen. Absolutely
So-
not with Brock.
Sophomore slumps usually apply to quarterbacks, more or less
To
position by
quarterbacks, yeah. Honestly, this could have been a hot take, but based off regular season, like I honestly think that Brock Bowers should have won Offensive Rookie of the Year. Even though I knew
he definitely.
Even though I knew it was gonna go to Jaden Daniels. No disrespect to Jaden Daniels. Obviously, everybody knows what a great rookie season he had last season. But I just
Mm,
kind of feel like Brock Bowers was just the better overall player last season. Like, dude, he was unbelievable.
yeah, I mean, he broke the all-time regular season receiving yard record for a rookie tight end. But I mean, just doing what Jaden Daniels did, bringing the season prior, the second worst team in the NFL, to the NFC Championship game is really impressive for a rookie quarterback.
Yeah, I understand. But we're talking about regular season,
Yeah.
not playoffs.
But I mean, Jaden Daniels was arguably a top quarterback last year in the regular season.
Yeah, I do agree. But I don't know. I might be getting a little too lost in the sauce. The overall offensive rookie talent last season was unworldly. You
Hmm.
honestly, in my opinion, you could have given it to anybody. You could have given it to Daniels, Brock Bowers, Malik Neighbors, even. I wouldn't have even been mad if you had made an argument for BTJ.
I really just think Jaden Daniels deserved that There was nobody that I would have picked over Jaden Daniels. I think him and Bowers were the consensus number one and two.
Yeah. I do eventually agree, but man, there were so many other good options that you could have gone to. Which, not a bad move picking Jaden Daniels, but just the talent was just too much that year.
Yeah.
But that's it for the predictions. But don't go anywhere because we still have another episode of Start Bench Cut. So I have one for you. Start bench cut these all-time centers: Hakeem Olajuwon, Bill Russell, and Wilt Chamberlain.
Oh, so we're going basketball.
Uh huh.
Overall talent wise, I'll start Wilt Chamberlain.
Yeah.
I'm just going off of pure talent. I'm starting Wilt. I really can't bench one of them. I'll bench both of them. I can't cut any. I can't cut the two.
Easy. Bench Hakeem, cut Bill Russell.
But I mean, Bill Russell. Yeah, that's probably what I would do. But I mean, Bill Russell's still an all-time great.
Yeah. Obviously, on my channel, I posted the Bill Russell hit piece, so go check that out. I know you've seen it. You didn't like it very much.
I I personally disagree with every single second of that video.
But nothing
You
I
knocked
said,
you
nothing I
knocked
said
down
was wrong.
you knocked down Bill Russell way too much for the talent that he had around him.
I know. Listen, and I know I got a lot of hate in those comments, but honestly, agree with me. This is my policy. Agree with me, disagree with me. We can still be friends. Honestly, it's not like one single take could make everybody hate each other. Like it's just a sports take. Like it doesn't mean anything, but it's just my opinion, and I do not think that Bill Russell is this winner, this superstar that everybody's trying to hype him up to be. Maybe it's because of me being a little salty that they're discrediting Wilt over him a little bit. But I just think Wilt was the better player. I would rather have Wilt Chamberlain on my team than Bill Russell.
I got a blind ranking for you to do.
Okay.
All right, so I'm gonna name you five players.
Okay. All right. Well, now, no, not knowing who's coming next.
Not know who's coming next. These are his all-time basketball players.
Okay.
Tim Duncan.
Ooh, Tim Duncan. I'll put him at 3 respectfully. Tim Duncan, Mr. Fundamentals. Obviously, he's one of the best, pure basketball players ever. Won all those championships. You know what I'm saying? Next one. So Tim Duncan at 3.
Kawhi Leonard.
Respectful 5. Just because I think could be someone else that we could get. Kawhi Leonard, I feel like, was Mr. Playoffs, dude. Like, he is one of the most clutch performers in the playoffs. That 2019 Raptors team clearly proves it. So Kawhi Leonard at 5.
Next player, John Havlicek.
4. I think I can say that with confidence. I'm not really sure that I would have him over Kawhi Leonard, but those two I know are close.
Next player, Magic Johnson.
Ooh. There are only 3 players all time that I think were better than Magic Johnson. So for this, I think I'm going to have to go 1. Like, me personally. Well, so, depending on who's the last player.
My last player was Nikola Jokic.
Nikola Jokic, yeah. 2, fine. So it goes Magic Johnson 1, Nikola Jokic 2, Tim Duncan 3, John Havlicek 4, Kawhi Leonard 5. Switch Tim Duncan and Nikola Jokic and the list is not that bad.
Yeah, I mean, no discredit to John Havlicek. He's one of the greatest players of all time. I would personally take Kawhi Leonard over him, but I mean it can go either way.
Fair enough. Yeah. I mean, hey. Now blind rank these all-time starting quarterbacks wherever. Roger Staubach,
I'll go four.
four. Yeah, we Roger Staubach with those classic Cowboys teams. They
I mean
were,
they were just dominant.
yeah, they obviously the dynasty of that era. Next up, Dan Marino.
You know what? I think Dan Marino. I will put Dan Marino at three, but I think Dan Marino does not get enough credit.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I agree with you. I don't care that he never won a ring. He may have been one of the best pure passers ever.
Agreed. And just like what you said, he doesn't get enough credit because he never won a Super Bowl.
He never won a Super Bowl. Mainly that has to do with like the front office really failing him.
Mm. Oh wait, so before you say the next quarterback, can I actually put Dan Marino at two?
Yeah, fair enough.
All
Yeah,
right.
you could put Dan Marino too. Dan Marino two, Roger Staubach four. Um, Steve Young
Three.
three.
Yeah, I mean, I would take him over Staubach, but I want to take him over Marino. But now I'm kind of in a bad spot with number five and number one still
Yeah, so
available.
yeah, but you're
I mean,
back against the
Steve
wall.
Steve Young really, really was like when Joe Montana got injured and when he like left the 49ers, he stepped in that starting quarterback role and it was like and I'm not saying Steve Young is on the same level as Joe Montana, but he basically gets swapped out a Hall of Fame quarterback for a Hall of Fame quarterback.
And it was like Joe Montana was never gone.
Yeah, it was like Joe Montana never left.
Yeah. Let me know your opinion about this, but Patrick Mahomes. Got you stumped
One.
here. One? Yeah, dude, I gotta agree. But you're in luck
I would
because my number five was to you was gonna be Ben Roethlisberger.
okay. So the only thing I would change this list is I would swap Marino and Mahomes.
Oh, you're kidding.
Yeah, I mean it's a coin flip.
Which reminds me of that. I heard this question: who was better at their sport, Patrick Mahomes or Kobe Bryant?
Kobe Bryant.
No, Patrick Mahomes. I mean, you know me.
You just hate Kobe Bryant, don't
You
you?
know me. I mean, I've never been the biggest Kobe Bryant fan. Obviously, I still have him top 10. But it's not a knock on Kobe. It's just the fact that Patrick Mahomes was better at football than Kobe was at basketball. That's not, and that's not a knock on Kobe again because Kobe Bryant is one of the best basketball players we've ever seen play the game. But
Mm,
Patrick Mahomes, obviously three championships, has a dynasty. Yeah. So, and Kobe Bryant had better teams.
All right, so I got one more blind ranking for you. These are all-time wide receivers
All
in their prime.
right, let's get to it.
Number one, Marvin Harrison.
Marv, record for most targets. Respectful three. Marv was in his prime. He was a dog. With all those Reggie Wayne and Peyton Manning teams.
Mm.
All right, next.
Number two, Tyreek Hill.
Oh my God. Respectful four. I feel like Tyreek Hill is good. He's gonna go down as one of the most electric receivers ever. But I don't think he's gonna have the resume as much as these other guys.
Third wide receiver, Michael Irvin.
Respectful five.
You're taking. I know it is a blind ranking.
I'm
We'll
taking a real
discuss.
risk.
We'll discuss this all at the end.
Yeah.
Your next receiver, will be Antonio Brown.
Prime Antonio Brown, I am taking over prime Marv, Tyreek, and Michael Irvin. In their primes, what they could have been, Antonio Brown could have been the best receiver ever. In their primes, I don't think. I think there's only like 5 guys ever that's better than prime Antonio Brown.
I agree with you, but you're gonna hate the last player who I had planned. My last player was Jerry Rice.
Jerry Rice at number 1. That's fine.
You put Antonio Brown at number one.
I put Antonio Brown number 2.
Oh, my
Yes.
that's my fault. That's my fault.
All right. So Jerry Rice. So Jerry Rice 1, Antonio Brown 2, Marvin Harrison 3, Tyreek Hill 4, Michael Irvin 5. That's honestly
That's not a bad list.
Michael
I
Irvin
mean,
might be a little too low.
Michael. I think Michael. The only thing that would make that list like better is if you swap Tyreek and Michael Irvin.
Well, maybe because I mean I hate the Cowboys. So
Yeah.
all right, blind ranking for you all-time running backs. Starting off hot, Jim Brown in their primes.
No disrespect to Jim Brown. He's one of the all-time most influential football players of all time. I'm going 3.
Oof. But you don't know who I have planned next.
Mm-hmm.
All
Like I
right,
said, baseline.
Marcus Allen.
5.
5? Ooh, that might be a little bit of a hot take. All right. O.J. Simpson.
2. That is gonna be a hot take. I think I I know OJ Simpson had a lot of had. I mean, you know what he did, what he's done off the field. I think he's one of the all-time greatest running backs of all time.
I
I don't know if he's better
can't. I
than.
can't reward a guy like that.
I'll say this: I don't know if he's better than Jim Brown, but I need to leave that 4 spot open.
All right. The 4 spot was specially reserved for. Well, not especially this guy, but prime Adrian Peterson.
1.
1. In,
I'll leave 4 open. I think Adrian Peterson's the best running back in the 2000s.
you're not going to get quite an argument. All right. Because my number 4 was going to honestly be CMC. Prime CMC.
I'm fine with that.
Fair enough. So it went Marcus Allen 5, CMC 4, Jim Brown 3, OJ Simpson 2, and Adrian Peterson 1.
So I'm going if I had to just like rank those 4 players, I would keep that same list. Maybe switch Jim Brown, OJ Simpson, but I mean, if you think about it, OJ Simpson's the only player ever to have back-to-back 2,000 plus yard rushing seasons.
Yeah, but what about the guy's career before that? And after that? Not much.
I mean, he's still an all-time great running back. Again, I would personally maybe I might take Jim Brown over OJ Simpson, but I just needed to leave that 4 spot open.
Yeah. Who would you say are your top 5 running backs ever?
My top 5 running backs ever, not in order. Adrian Peterson,
Okay.
Walter Payton,
Of
Barry Sanders.
course.
I really gotta think about this.
You gotta have Jim Brown in there, though.
Yeah, going off of like pure, just like influential football players, Jim Brown would have to be on there.
You might be missing LT, Emmett Smith, all those guys.
Oh yeah, Emmett's. I mean, Emmett Smith. I hate this saying from an. I hate this just saying this because he's a cowgirl. I think Emmett Smith is a top 3 running back of all time.
Might be the best running back ever.
Yeah, I mean, my top 3 would probably go Walter Payton, Emmett Smith, and then Barry Sanders. I would just like to put this out here. I think Bo Jackson, if he played a full career, he would be on this list.
Yeah,
And Jim Brown,
I
and
could agree
wouldn't.
with that.
Yeah, I always forget about Emmett Smith for some reason. It's probably because I just like to keep all cowgirls out of my mind.
Yeah, but just wait until Saquon and Derrick Henry get up there in the top 3.
Maybe. But is there anything else we need to cover?
No, that should really just about do it. Thank you all for listening to this episode. I know it's on short notice from the last episode, but hey, more content, more fun. So we're gonna be get going here. I am Pulse Metrics,
And I'm Nico Mateo.
and we are signing off. See y'all later.